All right, we are at a thrift store called Our Mother's Attic. It's a resale shop. They don't have much clothes here. It's a lot of other stuff. I have mainly gotten breakables, so I'm unsure if I'm going to be able to find a lot that I'll be able to ship to you guys for the thrifting boxes. Again, if you're not aware, I vowed to quit thrifting for myself because I have too much stuff in my death pile unlisted. So everything I buy, I double my cost and I sell it to you. So let's go see what we can find. All right, so as we walk up outside, I see this wicker headboard. I will tell you, if I had room and were buying, I would buy that wicker headboard because it would sell, and furniture's easy to ship with U-Ship. Then I see these accent pillows. They were $1 each, so you know sometimes you gotta dig, but look at this old like latch hook rug style mallard duck pillow. That definitely will sell probably for about $25 to $30. So I had to keep digging and make sure there was nothing else there. And then I see these golf clubs. I'm not sure that I want to get golf clubs for a reseller box, so I didn't really look them up. But if I saw any Callaway, Nike, or Ping, I probably would consider it because those are higher dollar clubs typically, but I didn't see any of those brands. And they do have quite a bit outside here. So I'm just trying to kind of browse over it, and you can see I kind of stop. So what I'm doing is scanning to see if there's anything in there that I might want to take a closer look at. And over here, unfortunately, I did not see anything. So we're going to go back to the other side. Now, these golf clubs are $2 each. And I saw this hand towel. I probably could have picked this up. I believe Julian Bearded Thrift said they sell for like $10 to $15. But I did decide to leave those there. And I didn't see any brands that I knew in those clubs. Now, I always look in the frames. I'm hoping I'm going to find my miniature, really high value pictures in here. Unfortunately, I didn't. I did see this New York pewter frame, and I thought about getting it, but it was pretty light and felt cheap, so I thought it would only sell for $8 to $10. All right, now we are inside. This musical box was $4. This has a courting couple scene, which I have sold quite a bit of dishes from it, so I am going to try and see if I can find comps. So I put courting couple music box, and there were a few things that pulled up. None of them looked like mine, so I'm going to check what has actually sold, and there was only one, so I did decide to leave that behind. And here is a lot of crystal. This store does know it's crystal and typically pull it out and price it on the higher end. But sometimes there's still room for profit. So I always look through and see. Now, they have quite a bit of watches and jewelry here. And I'm trying to see if anything stands out. That was a little purse hanger. Those only sell for about $8 to $10. And I saw this Christmas tree watch. Unfortunately, it was $6, so I put that one back. And that was a golf clip-on watch. It was priced at $6. So again, I have to remember when doubling the stuff that I need to know if it will sell. Now, this Harley Davidson clock was $12. And immediately I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a $50 or $100 phone, so I think I'm going to pick it up. Well, let's take a look at eBay and see what eBay says. So I searched Harley Davidson phone, and you can see there are some for only $10. That's less than they're asking. So don't always assume some of your brands are going to sell high, because that is not always the case, unfortunately. And now here in the jewelry, I'm searching for anything that is marked or is really eye-catching. So you see me turning things over to see if they are marked. That one was marked, but it was $4, so with having to double it would have been $8, which was just a little bit too much. That is something I might have picked up for myself at $4 to resell. And I absolutely love this owl necklace. I kind of wish I had gotten it. It was only $2, but I did put it back. And then that was a really big statement necklace, but it was not marked either. Now, this little brooch with like the cobalt blue and the flower, I was hoping would be marked, but unfortunately it was not. And it was $3. Again, something I would pick up for myself most likely, but not with having to double. Now with these earrings, what I'm trying to do is swing them out so I can see if they are marked. But I unfortunately did not see any markings on those. And then over here, I saw this total gem. It was called the Body Gem, and I'm not sure if that's as seen on TV. It was priced down to 10 from 20, but unfortunately the comps were only $20. But I do check those as seen on TV because some of those can sell pretty high. And then over here, I want to make sure that I am checking out all of the Christmas things and seeing if there's anything kind of hidden in here. If you can get a bunch of new Christmas cards cheap, they will sell for like $8 to $12 a box, I have learned, plus shipping. And I love those towels, but at $4 with having to double, it was just a little bit too much. I wouldn't want to pay more than $1 per hand towel personally, so I do try to find them that low. And this was a set of napkins, or actually it was a runner, but it was priced a little too high. So most of their Christmas was on the higher end. And then I saw these wallets. They were up a little bit high, so definitely make sure you, again, look high, look low, just so that you don't miss anything. But there was unfortunately nothing really spectacular in those wallets. Up top here though, and I was surprised they kind of had this hidden, this is Thomas Kinkade. I didn't know what was in there, so I opened it up and it was some stationery. So I did decide to leave that because it isn't a big value as far as reselling it. Now they have tons and tons of glass here. As I said, mostly I find breakables. So I am just looking through, because if I do find something valuable, I will pick it up for you guys. But it would need to be pretty valuable in order for me to have to wrap and pack a breakable item. This little bunny was really cute, but if you see, he was solid. That was one heavy little bunny. Now, if I had been buying for myself, I probably would have gotten that bunny. Now, I am a big fan of the blue and white porcelain items. I definitely like them. And if they are Delft blue or a name brand I like, I do typically pick them up. Also, ones that are stamped with like oriental stamps that are 4-inch noodle bowls, those have sold really well for me for between $15 and $20. And that's for just a small 4-inch bowl. Now, with these candle holders, they did look like they were crystal. So I was turning them over to see if they were marked, which is what I'm doing with the vase as well. You will see and learn that I pick up and turn over almost everything that I look at. Now, this one though, with the bird design, it was absolutely amazing. It was not marked, but because the design was so unique, I did decide to pick that up. And I'm also looking at these small little trinket boxes. Those are a nice little $15 to $20 sale. You see me grabbing the bird bowl, so that will be available in this box at the end. So definitely watch, see what I picked up, and also what is going to be available in the thrift box. Now, that bird bowl was the first thing I have picked up besides the pillow outside. This was really pretty hand painted, but at $2, I thought it would only sell for about $12 to $15. But this at $3 with the beautiful stained glass, that I think will sell for $25 to $30. So I did decide to pick that up. Now, this looked really fancy. I was hoping it had a name on it, but unfortunately, it did not. And again, same thing. I'm turning over, looking for any type of mark or symbol that might be on there. Now, this one I absolutely love, but unfortunately at $5 with having to double, that was just a little bit too high. So I did decide to put that one back. And this wood jewelry box was absolutely gorgeous. It looked like it was handmade. but I believe it was priced at $4, so I did decide to put that one back. And as I see that wreath, keep your eye out for cheap wreaths, because I've sold some wreaths for $40 to $50. So if you see wreaths while you're out at yard sales or at thrift stores that are low priced, definitely give them a second look. This was absolutely beautiful for $3, but it was big and would have been difficult to ship. And then I saw this sign for Dagny, "When pigs fly." That made me think of Dagny Flying Pig Thrifts. Now, I'm checking out all of these little knickknacks just to see if anything is branded where I might know. You can see, though, that one was priced up at $10, and that one was a Napco, and I'm not super familiar with Napco figurines, so I did decide to put those back. That one was Orion, and I was checking to see if they were Hummel, because I know the Hummels typically will sell for about $15 to $20. Those were priced at $5. With having to double, there just was not enough room for profit. Now, look at all of these linens. We are going to try and dig through here and see exactly what we see. Now, this was a Sacred Art, like an adult coloring book. Some of those will sell for 10 to 15. So if you could get a big lot of those, that is something I would consider. And these were cute little handmade ornaments with spools of thread and some more actual spools of thread. And I'm not very well versed on which ones of those sell well, so I did decide to put those back. There's some googly eyes. Now, I have picked up some paints in sections like these that are worth quite a bit of money. Sometimes there are discontinued craft items that can sell really, really high. And that was some wreath making material, but we are going to go on and look at some linens. Unfortunately here, most of them are in the bag, so it's really hard to see exactly what you're getting with it folded up in a bag. And I could take the time to take stuff out, but a lot of stuff catches my eye, so I don't stop to do that. Now, this definitely caught my eye. It is Cracker Barrel, and I have sold some Cracker Barrel items for good money. Now, they had these priced individually. There were 2 shams there. I am going to look these up, and I put in Woodland Standard Sham, Woodbrook. There were none listed. There were none sold, but there were some others that sold for about $10. However, they wanted $5 a piece, so I would have to double that to 10, which is right at what they would sell for. So I did decide to put those back. And it's really hard when you have all of these linens. That was a beautiful crocheted baby blanket, and you can see all of the different crochet. So I look for like bright patterns and colors. And it's kind of crazy though, because there's a tapestry down here, but because it's Christmas, they have it priced at $16, which for me is just a little bit too high for a tapestry. I tend to pick them up at like $3 to $5 each. I will pay up to like $6, but that's pretty much my high limit. Now, this color block kind of caught my eye, but again, it's so hard to see what is in these bags. I might have to go back one day and kind of take some of this stuff out, but it would probably be a day that I am not recording because it would be very difficult. Now, that one was tagged Waverly and it was Paisley. There were some there at $30, but it was free shipping, and I believe they had $10 on that table runner. So again, just looking to see if anything kind of stands out to us. This was very, very bright. I believe these were Better Homes and Gardens, but unfortunately those were priced at $5. So a lot of this, with having to double it, just gets a little bit too high. Now, the scarf I did take a look at because I was hoping it might be marked, but unfortunately I wasn't able to tell. These are some really high quality napkins, but another, again, $4 is a little bit too much to have to double. Now, this was a little coupon book. I did not see a brand on that though. So now, again, I'm just scanning to see what might catch my eye. I'm looking for patterns. There's another throw. Unfortunately, that one was priced high as well. So it seems like they value these tapestries here at this one. This was like a quilted shams, but it was $22, but it actually was a quilt, like a lap throw quilt. It did look like it was handmade, and some handmade quilts can sell for hundreds, but I'm not very knowledgeable in that area, so I'm not comfortable spending up on quilts just yet. I'm hoping that I will learn some more in the future, but as of right now, I just don't know enough. Now, this pattern did catch my eye. It looked like it might be vintage, but I could not find a brand tag on it. That's what I'm looking for now. So I am taking this one out because some vintage linens can be super valuable. And unfortunately, I was not able to find a tag on that one. It really, I'm like second guessing here whether or not I should get this. But that would be really, really heavy to ship, unfortunately. So I did decide to put that one back. And then over here on the left, I noticed this pillowcase. Look at this fabulous embroidery on this. And this pillowcase was only $1. So I definitely did pick that one up. Now look here, more vintage sheets. Again, cannot find a brand tag. It would take me quite a bit of time. So now I'm looking through the pillowcases, and here are some vintage pillows. I'm trying to see if I see any more that might be embroidered, since I did find the one, but I did not. Now, this is another store. All the Vera Bradley is significantly overpriced. That one was at $15, which is about what it would sell for on eBay. But up here, look at these pillows. You got to scan and see what catches your eye. Look at this. This is a beauty. Absolutely amazing. It is one of, and there's a name for this. It's not really latch hook, but that one is an absolutely gorgeous pattern. So I definitely picked that one up. Now back here are the DVDs and also their small toy section. So let's see if we can see anything in there. I did notice this lunchbox which caught my eye. It was called Stella and Max. So I looked it up on eBay, but unfortunately there were no comps. So I did decide to leave that one behind. Now I am just again looking for anything that might stand out. I did see this Cutie Cars Diner, and I wasn't really familiar with that brand of toy, so I'm gonna look it up. So we're putting in Cutie Cars Diner on eBay, and you can see it's actually a Shopkins toy. I didn't even know that. We're gonna look at the solds and see what it sells for. And it sells for, it looks like 40 plus shipping several times. The $20 one is pre-owned, but this one is brand new in the box, and it is only $3. So we are definitely picking that one up. Now, also in the toy section, I saw this bag of Barbie clothes. Some Barbie clothes can be extremely valuable. So what I'm going to do is actually open this up because I want to look inside these clothes to see if they have the actual Barbie tag. And I checked a couple of these, and unfortunately they did not have the Barbie tag. So always check if you see Barbie clothes that look old and see if they have the Barbie tag inside. Now this is green stamps. I kind of remember these a little bit, and it was a book with all of the stamps and everything included, and it was priced at $8. So while I was looking at the toys on the bottom, I got to thinking maybe this is valuable. So I looked up green stamps quick book, and you can see here some are listed for like $28. Those were from the 1960s, and there are some that sold for like $10 for the stamps, but I didn't see any big lots with the book. So unfortunately at $8 that was a little too much. Now Hawaii 5-0, this is a season DVD. So what I'm doing is searching by scanning the barcode on eBay and seeing if it is worth anything. So I'm gonna click on the items that have sold, And unfortunately, this one only sold for about $15, $12, and I think they had 3 or 5 on it, but it was just not enough room for profit. And I also saw this Engineering and Empire. Again, look for anything that kind of stands out to you. This one was priced up a little bit as well, but we are going to scan it. And that is with the eBay app for those of you that are wondering. Now, there were some listed at $40. However, when I go to the sold, they're only selling for about $20 free shipping. So there was not enough room for profit in those either. Now we are in the collectibles section, and up top, this really caught my eye. This is lucite with the shells. It's a really cool napkin holder, and it says Barbados on it, and it was only $1. So I think this will sell for $20 to $30. It might even go for more, but it's definitely a cool vintage collectible, so I did pick that up. Now, I saw this Coronation Oneida, and I decided to look it up. It was $50 for the set, but you see here, some of these sets were priced at $50 and $100, and I'm looking at the sold, and now, if you pieced it out, there might be a little bit of profit if you were only paying the $50, but with me needing to double, I could not pick that up with you being able to make a profit. But I definitely do look through the silverware. Now, down here, I saw this really cool Positivity adult coloring book. It was brand new. It had the pencils. For those of you that do not know, my sister-in-law, who is in her early 30s, was diagnosed with cancer last year, and I thought this might be something really cool to give to her. Now, I do check comps because if it's something outrageous, then I probably would list it, but it was only selling for about $12 to $15. So I'm going to pick this up to put away for a Christmas present. Now, over here, they had these small lampshades. This one was really cool, the beaded one, but I think they had it at $3, which was just a little too high. And I did leave this in here. I want to show you guys because they have this marked as Falstaff Tea Rose. And the reason I left it in here is because this is not Falstaff Tea Rose. So do not always take what the store sign says. I looked at Tea Rose and I'm like, no, that is not this pattern. So what I did was take a picture and use Google Lens to properly identify this pattern. And it also says on the back as well. So even though they had the name, they labeled it incorrectly. So if you just search by the name they put, you would be looking up comps for a completely different pattern if you didn't realize it was different. So now I actually have the correct name, which is Falstaff Cape May. Now you can see a lot of these pieces are selling for $30 to $40, but with the packing work that would take for me to get it to you and the cost of it, it just wouldn't be a lucrative deal. Now, if they would have sold pieces individually, I could have picked up some serving pieces, but they had it priced all together. Now, I do typically look at like the religious section. This one was made in Jerusalem, but they had it priced at $10, which I think you could probably get about 10 to 15 on eBay. So that was priced right at market value. So you have to be careful of stuff that is priced a little bit too high. Now, we are going to look at the dishes, but keep in mind, I probably will not pick anything up unless it is a really, really high dollar value. But I do want to show you guys what they have because they do have some beautiful, beautiful pieces here. And if I were buying for myself, I would probably be getting quite a bit. I loved this teapot. It was priced, I believe, at $5 though. And it probably would only bring about $20 to $25 for that. Now, over here is a lot of clear glass again. So I really look for anything that kind of catches my eye. Now, these two blue Tefal pots definitely caught my eye. These are like a bright cobalt blue. So I am going to look these two up. And I'm leaving in my blender here because I put Tefal without a dash and I was getting pretty much no results. So when I went back and put the dash, then I found everything. So definitely check how you're comping things. If you're not putting a dash or you're missing some kind of punctuation, you might not get true comps. Now, these were selling for about 30 to 70, and they had them priced at 10 and 8, so I did decide to leave those there. And then I noticed these pottery pieces. They really caught my eye. The purple, blue, and green pottery always really stands out to me. This is another one where I want to show you guys what I had to go through to try and get true comps on those. They did have them 2 for $5, and some pottery pieces sell high. So at first I thought it said Chanel. I am just like tilting this at different angles, trying to read the signature, which sometimes can be very hard. So I'm like, okay, is it Scheffler? Like, what is this name? And I'm hoping that eBay will correct me if I type the wrong one. But it unfortunately was not. And I was scrolling down a little bit just to see. So I'm going to take one more look and see if I can figure out this signature. So I turned it over again and I looked at the other one, which actually was a little bit clearer. And it looked like it actually is Chapelle pottery. Chapple. So now I actually have found some comps. So sometimes it is a little work to find the right name of items, but these were only selling for 10, 20, a few of them a little bit higher, but they weren't worth picking up. I had to show you guys this pig plate. It was made in Italy and it was absolutely gorgeous. And here are some more pics. Now, my GoPro is getting ready to die, I will warn you. So I am going to go ahead and take you guys over to a video and show you exactly what I picked up on this thrift trip. All right, so here is what I got. I got this amazing, I think it's actually cross stitch. This pillow with the bird, that design is just absolutely amazing. I got this really nice. And now this one I think might go for 30 to 35. This nice embroidered pillowcase was $1. That should go for about 15 to 20. The Barbados napkin holder should go for around 20, maybe upwards of 30. And there are sold comps on the Shopkins for $40 plus shipping. And then this beautiful stained glass candle holder has a tea light in it, but I think it could hold a bigger one. That one should go for about 25 to 30. This bird bowl, it's studio pottery. It's hand painted. It's a really cool design. And I would try and get 25 to 30 for that. And then there's also this duck pillow, which should go for 25 to 30 as well. So here is your lot. I did pay $12 for this stuff. So the box will be $24, plus it will be $15 in shipping because it's going to be oversized, plus it's going to be a little bit heavy. So I want to show you guys too. I also got, after the GoPro died, I got these 3 frogs. They were $2 each. And Brad's aunt is like obsessed with frogs. So these might go for Christmas gifts, or they might stay here if Dalton wants a planner. And then I did pick up the coloring book you saw for my sister-in-law. So remember, when you're out thrifting, guys, look for Christmas presents. We're coming up on Christmas presents, and if you can save money, you're making money. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. I will see you tomorrow with a What Sold video. Bye, guys.